Welcome to this Bulls Update, and we welcome in UB women's soccer coach Shawn Burke. A little chance for us to reflect back on another outstanding year for your team, Shawn, a second straight MAC East title. It ended a game or two earlier than you wanted it to, but overall, give us a sense on how the season went for you.
Yeah, it was different for us this year because obviously we had the target on our back and some expectations. And I think maybe early on we struggled a bit, had some really good results, had some really poor ones as well. But probably about halfway through the conference, the MAC schedule, really found our stride, made a few lineup adjustments, and the girls were kind of hitting on all cylinders at the end, and we just came against a great Western team. It was a great game, and gave up that goal 5 minutes to go, and it turned out to be just enough to end our season.
It's an old adage in sports that it's harder to stay on top than it is to get on top. Do you felt like you experienced a little bit of that? You won the MAC East for the second straight year, first time in school history, but sometimes maintaining that high level when everybody is after you is even more difficult than getting it there, isn't it?
It is, and obviously we set the bar really high and the standard really high that first year. But I'm really proud and impressed with the way the girls responded because I think it did affect us early in the year. But they really bunkered down and knew what it took when it mattered. And, like I said, we had a really good stretch there to end the season and gave ourselves a chance to be MAC champs again and just came up just short.
All right, take us back to the MAC tournament, and it was pretty exciting, the quarterfinal win over Central Michigan. Tell us a little bit about that.
Maybe too exciting. Had the lead late. Obviously didn't put in our best performance, but I think more so had to do with Central Michigan, and they were ready for us. And they gave us all we could handle, and just a mistake there late to tie the game with 1 second to go. But I think that says a lot about our team that they didn't let it affect them. Most teams I think would have crumbled come overtime. I think they actually rose to the occasion, and then the girls were prepared. Laura stepped up, saving 2 of the penalty kicks, and we've been training it going over, and I think we showed our class there in the actual shootout. But it's definitely exciting for the fans, maybe not so much for the coaching staff.
Yeah, I know. It's you coaches and on the sidelines it gets tough on you guys. I know that it does. So overall, you already touched on it, a great Western Michigan team, a narrow defeat, but you put 2 of your players on the All-MAC tournament team, and that's a nice accomplishment for Kristen Markowitz and Maura Petrie.
Yeah, absolutely, and it stems from obviously what they did in the quarterfinal game as well as the semifinal game. But moving Kristen back to center back, just her soccer IQ and just the calmness to it, because we were struggling there a bit in the back. Obviously we had the toughness, but maybe just some mistakes that she eliminated and just reading the game well. And then more of her last 5 games, what a spark she gave us offensively. And really earned herself to be one of the top players in the tournament.
You wind up with 5 of your players on the All-MAC teams, including Jackie Hall and Cassidy Kidd on the first team All-MAC. Again, that's another indication of kind of where you're moving this program. What does it say about those 2 particular performers?
Obviously Jackie coming off the stellar year last year with the All-American and All-Region, and coming back as another. She's one of the top players in the MAC, and everybody knows that. But real proud of Cassidy. Just being able to step up in her senior year, new position as well, scoring goals, getting assists for us, and the conference really took notice. And a lot of our success is to her and the changes she made for us offensively.
All right, so what's the off-season now that it's unfortunately begun for you? What's the off-season bring for you and your coaching staff and the players?
The biggest thing for us is, we graduate 2 senior center backs and pretty important positions and a big hole to fill. So that's a priority for us. But it's always recruiting all year long. And this group's also getting ready for a foreign trip to Spain in the spring. Really looking for that, open some recruiting ties hopefully, but just an experience for these girls that hopefully we can carry over next fall and chase that next championship.
All right, congratulations on another outstanding season. We'll check in with you a little later on during this offseason.
Thanks, Paul.
That is Shawn Burke. He is the UB head women's soccer coach, and this has been a Bulls Update.